everyone, James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC Baek Battles. Trying to fix that lag issue you guys said that you noticed in the last video, so I spent a few days trying to figure it out. I'm hoping it works now. And I really don't like producing videos that have like low quality, such as that lag. That's why I kind of take breaks when I'm like not feeling well or sore throat or something like that. But anyway, today we're bringing the Nationals team because we only did 6 battles with them, apparently. 6 videos with them. And tomorrow we'll be using a new team. I have no idea what team that will be. And the Pokemon I Dare You series, which I did on my channel. I actually haven't done it for months, and I only did it actually for one team. But it's coming back now that Nationals is over. And I'm preparing for Worlds. The I Dare You series will be coming back. Don't link your suggestions. Don't say them in this video. There will be a separate video coming out probably in a few days, something like that. And I plan on resuming an old series tomorrow or Friday that involves Pokemon. So if you just enjoy competitive battling in general, you'll probably enjoy the series. But anyway, we're going under those battle spot ladder, getting some battles, and see how we do. Okay, T-Prime with a rating of 1447 will be our first opponent of the day. I'm actually going to do 3 battles if I'm going to include this one. I thought I was going to cut it out, but he actually has, Pokemon with items, and it's not like completely ridiculous. Well, if it is, if you're in a VGC standpoint, because these Pokemon are very uncommon. But this should be fun, and I can show off what this team can do against these kind of weird, wacky suggestions now. Kangaskhan Clefairy does sound very good. Thundurus in the back with a Azumarill. I say yes, let's go. I don't want to do Cresselia just because if that's, well, there's quite a few things that could happen, such as Mandibuzz, which I believe it gets toxic, so I don't want to deal with that. I actually don't even know how much happiness I have on my Kangaskhan, because I put my Kangaskhan in the box several times. I haven't actually put it in my team or my battle box, haven't raised its happiness, so it might have a base 80 power return. Maybe. I'm not sure how it works, but it's probably like 90 power or something. So I'm hoping it still does big damage. Kangaskhan Clefairy for these easy leads. Greninja Talonflame. That brings me back to the World's LCQ where I did battle this lead in the Last Chance qualifier last year. Now this is confusing because if this is a physical Greninja, it's probably going to carry physical moves such as Low Kick and Gunk Shot. What does he want to do? I also don't know who's faster in this scenario because Talonflame likes to run Adamant Nature, but some people in singles do tend to run Jolly. I think my best play is to get rid of the Greninja since it's probably the bigger threat to my team. I'm going to follow me, return the Greninja. If he has Map Lock though... That's new skill level plays. He's actually going to withdraw Talonflame. That's good for us. Alright, who are you bringing in? Steelix, which I'm fine with because I targeted the Greninja down. That's shiny Steelix. Alright, we Mega Evolve Kangaskhan. Get that, baby. We're going to do some punching. We're going to hurt some people. We're going to do some wrecking. We're going to hurt with return. Well, we are going to power a punch probably. And Greninja goes for the Map Lock. As I probably could have predicted, but I didn't want to take a Brave Bird from Talonflame and then risk having both my Pokemon KO'd the following turn. But this is fine. I'll just follow me and return the Greninja. Steelix isn't that big of a threat. Well, it kind of is because I really don't have much to hit it because I brought Azumarill, which I guess at +6 it could do work. Mega Steelix. I'm gonna have a hard time breaking through this thing. I only brought physical attackers. I'm gonna have to get a belly drum somehow. We are gonna follow me with our Clefairy. Follow the Clefairy. They were gonna Ice Beam, that's fine. Clefairy can take that. I wonder where they're going with Steelix. Rock Slide shouldn't do much, it's not Stab. Oh, you got a crit. That's a crit, Ice Beam, wow. Clefairy took that like a champ, I'm not even joking. I thought that was a crit Life Orb Ice Beam. I thought I would have done a bit more. Then again, my Clefairy is like super special defensive. There's a Rock Slide. How much is it going to do? I doubt it's going to do much. Look at that. That's why Mega Steelix isn't used in VGC unless you have Sand. And even then, it's still bad. But then again, Heavy Slam can do some work, I guess. I would expect Talonflame to come in. He could bring out his last mon. If it's Jolteon, I feel like if it's Jolteon, we can just auto-win by just going for Earthquake. Talonflame's going to come out, which is fine. Because here, I'll just return the Talonflame. I'll switch out my Clefairy, even though it's frozen. I'll get the Intimidate off of Landorus, which means I'll be able to take a Brave Bird, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, whatever these guys want to dish out. He might just want to Brave Bird to Clefairy. He's probably going to Brave Bird to Kang. Oh, but if he has Will-O-Wisp, that's going to be a problem, since Singles Talonflames do carry Will-O-Wisp, and they carry Bulk. But no, he's just going to Brave Bird. Okay. This guy is not the player. He doesn't have the Will-O-Wisp. The Brave Bird's going to connect with Kang, doing no damage. Then again, Greninja didn't have a Life Orb. It looks like this Talonflame isn't banded. We are going to pick up the knockout with Kangaskhan, so that's huge. Getting rid of the Talonflame. Let's see what the Steelix is going to go for. It's just keep going for Rock Slide. Kangaskhan avoids, but it would have done, what, like 10 damage? Land is taking 20. Let's see, I think Jolteon? Oh, Dragonite. Okay. I kind of just want to return the Dragonite and Rock Slide. Which is what I'm going to do, because Rock Slide's going to break the multi-scale. Return should knock out the Dragonite, since it is a powerful return. Plus Rock Slide chip damage. Of course, I do know that Dragonites have weakness policy, and maybe this is Inner Focus Dragonite, because that's what I've seen all Dragonites carry, but no, that looks like a multi-scale. Let's see if it's weakness policy. No weakness policy. Return's going to connect with the Dragonite. That's going to pick up the knockout, and now it's Steelix versus the world right now, and it's at -1, so it's not going to be doing work. It does have spread moves, but it's not going to work. Dragon Tail coming out from the Steelix onto Landis, which is fine because I was going to switch it out next turn anyway. Going into a Zoomer, that is perfect. That is perfect. Right here, I'm going to Power Punch the Steelix, and I'm going to set up the Belly Drum. He can Dragon Tail me out since its Zoomer is resisted. Well, it's immune to Dragon Tail. It's not resisted. It's immune. Two different things. The Power Punch going to connect with the Steelix. +2, I mean. Power Punch still didn't do much. The Belly Drum, what's Max Steelix has what base? 230 defense? Something like that? It's a really bulky Pokemon. And he's going to launch the Earthquake if this doesn't crit. But then again, even if it crit, yeah, even a crit doesn't knock out a Zoomer from that range. And we'll just Power Punch. We're going to Aqua Jet. We win. You're now living a +6 Aqua Jet. And if you do, I'm buying the viewer something. Yeah, you weren't living. You weren't living, Steelix. There wasn't really much my opponent could do about that game, though. As we're going to take our first Game 1 win in a very short and easy battle. Showing how this team can just auto-win, basically, against the weaker teams. Like in the Seniors Division, Kangaskhan, Clefairy can just autopilot through. We're going to find two more battles, and hopefully this makes up for the... I realized I only did 6 battles with this, 6 videos with this team. Okay, we only got 3 points for winning that last battle, and right here we have an actual opponent, 1637 from Japan. We have Kangaskhan, Zapdos, Landorus, Heatran, Gengar, and Amoonguss. This is kind of worrying me since this could be Perish Trap with Kangaskhan, Landorus, Gengar, Amoonguss, all possible Perish Song uses. But then again, Heatran and Zapdos usually indicates that it doesn't, because I know there's a trend with these look like Perish Song teams, but they aren't. How do I want to lead? I really have to get rid of that. I really have to get rid of that Gengar. Gengar is like scary. Scary, very scary. I don't know, I want to bring everything, to be honest, because my team does very well against this team if I play my cards right. I think I'm going to lead the infamous double genies, Landorus, Thundurus, because I expect him to lead with Gengar, and if he does lead Gengar, that's completely fine by me. I think I'm going to have Kangaskhan and Clefairy in the back. Sounds pretty good to me. Now, the threat. I have to knock out the Kangaskhan right away, because my Kangaskhan cannot touch the Gengar. So I have to get rid of Kangaskhan right away. It's one of the weaknesses when I bring these kinds of Pokemon. I have to get rid of the Gengar right away. We're going to lead Landorus, Thundurus against my opponent Zapdos and Kangaskhan, it looks like, which is great, actually. Because the only ground immunity, the only immunity to paralysis, James, I cannot speak today, is Landorus. Which I wouldn't be surprised if he brought it in, but Landorus isn't that big of a threat. I'm going to go straight for the Rock Slide. Of course, his Zapdos could carry weakness policy, but I'm alright. And I'm just going to go for the Thunder Wave onto the Kangaskhan, because even if he switches out to Lando, I don't have anything with my Thunders to hit it. I could Thunderbolt these Zapdos, but he might just go for the Fake Out, which is why I'm going for the Thunder Wave. He's going to stay in, which is perfect. Which is perfect, because if I can paralyze this Kangaskhan, this game can go by really quickly. But he's probably going to fake out the Thundurus, most likely. It's going to fake out the Thundurus. Going to do a decent amount. Oh yeah, it's -1. I keep thinking. Looks like animing Kangaskhan from a -1. Rock Slide's going to connect with both Pokemon. I need to Zapdos damaged. Doing a good amount to Zapdos. Little less than 50. As Hidden Power coming out from the Zapdos, I don't think that'll take out Landorus. It does take out Landorus. How? Is that Life Orb? It's not Life Orb. Oh, I'm guessing it's Choice Specs. Or it just has so much investment. It takes a lot of investment to knock out my Landorus, I'm telling you. It takes like max. Well, that's timid. Then again, he could run modest. I'm going to bring out my Kangaskhan here. He's definitely faster with his Kangaskhan, which is a problem. But he knows I can Thunder Wave and fake out his Kangaskhan, so I doubt he... So there's a few plays my opponent can make. He could low kick the Kangaskhan right away, but I don't think that really helps him. Oh yeah, he's -1, so that's not big an issue. I think I'm going to return the Zapdos, because I'm expecting Kangaskhan I want to switch out here into Landorus. And... or I could Power Punch that slot. I'm going to go for that Power Punch play, actually. And I'm going to Swagger to Zapdos, because I think he wants to set up a Tailwind. I don't think you're staying with Kangaskhan. Yeah, you definitely switch out. Oh, maybe Gengar's coming in. No, it's Landorus. Okay, I did predict that. Because I was just about to say, why would Gengar want to take a Thunder Wave? But yeah, he does switch out into the Landorus. I guess I could have went for the return onto the Zapdos. But, I mean, we have Swagger, so I guess it's not going to move. If Swagger is a god, like everyone says in the community. Another play I was thinking of, which I was really debating about, was Swaggering my own Kangaskhan and going for the return onto the Landorus. But that was kind of risky. Just because... oh, he hits himself. That's nice. Is it Citrus? No, it's not Citrus. I'm really curious if that's Specs, because that's a fast Zapdos. A Power Punch onto this Landorus, going to get us some good health back. And here I am going to return the Landorus and switch out Thundurus into Clefairy, because he might Rock Slide, which is fine. That won't do much to Kangaskhan. If he superpowers, we have Friend Guard, so we take the hit even better. So yeah, I'm going to do that play. Unfortunately, we're only at +1, which kind of stinks, but that's alright. We're going to bring out Clefairy, because Clefairy is going to help. Superpower is going to come out from that Landorus, but it shouldn't do much with the Friend Guard. Yeah, that actually was more, well, actually less damage than I thought. His Zapdos is still confused. Let's see if it goes for Hidden Power. No, he's hitting himself. That's a max speed Zapdos. I'm guessing it's max. We do knock out the Landorus, which is good. That's really good. We're probably going to see Kangaskhan come out. Yeah, Kangaskhan is going to come out. And here I'm going to protect my Kangaskhan. Oh man, if Heal Pulse could go through Protect, this would be like the perfect scenario. I'm going to Moonblast the Zapdos. Because he's probably going to fake out the Kangaskhan. I really don't see any other options. He's going to fake out the Kangaskhan. He snaps out. Goes for the Tailwind, so it is not Choice Specs. I wonder if it's Expert Belt, because that would explain the item. The Moonblast is going to connect with the Zapdos. Do a good amount. That's a good amount. And lowers its special attack. That's a huge bonus. So, let's see. His Zapdos revealed Hidden Power, Tailwind, most likely Thunderbolt. You'd have to expect the last move to be Roost. So I think he's probably going to want to Roost up here. And probably Double Edge or return with his Kangaskhan. I'm going to return his Kangaskhan. I feel like if he had Gengar, he would have sent it out. Actually, he didn't have to. I'm going to follow me in return. I mean, Clefairy should be able to live a return from an... Yeah, it definitely lives a return. Oh, but it's a Double Edge. Will this take it? Yes, it will. Sweet. We're showing Clefairy's bulk here. And he goes for the Thunderbolt. Will this knock us out at -1? Yes, unfortunately. I don't think it will knock out Kangaskhan at -1, though. We are going to get a return off onto this Kangaskhan, doing a good amount of damage. Just going to pick up the knockout. Surprised he didn't go for the Roost. But maybe he knew. Well, then again, getting rid of Clefairy makes sense. So I'm going to send out Thundurus. He's going to have Heatran in the back. That's a bit scary, but not the worst thing in the world. Here, I'm going to protect Kangaskhan, stall out, turn a Tailwind. He's probably going to Thunder Wave. I mean, I would assume he would just Heat Wave. And Thunderbolt, he could also just sub and Thunderbolt, or he could Roost and protect. But I'm just going to Thunder Wave this Heatran. We're going to protect Kangaskhan, stay on the safe side. I don't want to take any health. We're going to Thunder Wave. He could also just Roost and Substitute, expecting Sucker Punch possibility. As he Thunderbolts the Thundurus, which makes sense. Oh god, is that a crit? Yeah. Oh, but he kind of gets paralyzed. Okay, so fair for fair. Fair for fair. I'm going to Sucker Punch the Zapdos. Because I don't think he's roosting now. And I'm going to Swagger the Heatran. Because we are going to try to immobilize this Heatran. And if we can actually get this Swagger off successfully and he attacks with Zapdos, I think we guarantee win this. Sucker Punch. Okay, so he did not Roost. I wonder if he even carries the Roost. Because I think you would have gone for Roost a while ago. Now it depends on Heatran. It has to fight through Para and Fusion. It hits itself. Awesome. That is exactly what we want. Tailwind's going to peter out. We can go for a Thunderbolt in return, and that should knock it out. Actually, Power Punch does more, I think. I'm pretty sure Power Punch does more, and I'm not sure about my happiness, so I kind of just want a Thunderbolt Power Punch. Just on the safe play. Then again, he might have Chopple, which might be a bad idea. Thunderbolt does a good amount. I think Power Punch will knock it out. Doesn't look like Chopple. It's +1. Yeah, that's going to take it out. And we're going to win our second game thanks to Thundurus. Thundurus showing off like why it's in VGC. Able to immobilize so many Pokemon. I don't know. The Crit Thunderbolt definitely... I don't know. It definitely would have mattered if the Heatran was able to move. But since it didn't, I don't think it actually mattered. Because I think Thundurus would have taken that much after a Heat Wave. But anyway, what a close game. What a close game. Thundurus coming in to save the day. And we are going to move on to our third battle. And I'm hoping this team can show me why I brought it to Nationals and did good with it, making day 2 at US Nationals. A dude from Portugal with an 1801 rating who has been on this series before, multiple times actually, will be our third opponent of the day. Bring a team of Charizard, Bisharp, Garchomp, Amoonguss, Thundurus, and Hitmontop. Now, 2 Pokemon that we don't see in VGC normally, Hitmontop and Garchomp. Well, Garchomp we usually see in VGC, not much this season in 2013, but it was popular in the 2014 and 2012 moments when Landorus Fairing wasn't a thing, which was actually kind of beautiful, but, I mean, this should be interesting. I mean, I think Cresselia just dominates this team if I get rid of the Bisharp, so I have to keep that in mind. I think getting rid of that Bisharp will be a huge factor. I could also sweep with a Zoomer possibly, but I don't like my chances against a Mungus. I don't like my chances against a Mungus and Garchomp in the sun. So let's think of what I want to bring here. I want to be surprised to see a Hitmontop Charizard lead. Hitmontop's an interesting Pokemon, and this hasn't been really used much in the past few years. 2012 was its most usable year. It does carry Fake Out, Wide Guard, Quick Guard, a bunch of support options. I definitely want to lead Cresselia. I want to set up as fast as I can. I honestly think Cresselia Kangaskhan. Actually, no, Cresselia Thundurus, Landorus, Kangaskhan in the back, yeah. Because I honestly don't think he'll want to lead with Bisharp. I honestly don't think he'll want to lead with Bisharp. You could, but I don't think you are. I really don't think you are, just because, I mean, if I lead Kangaskhan Clefairy, he's gonna screwed. I guess he could lead Bisharp and Mungus in theory. He'd be weak to Landorus though, and that's definitely a possible lead for me. He's gonna actually lead Hitmontop and Bisharp, which I'm actually completely fine with. As he gets the Intimidate off, sure, that's not really a big deal. Here, I'm expecting to Fake Out into the Thundurus. Probably the knockoff onto Cresselia. He could knock off my Thundurus, but I wouldn't really care much if that happened. Oh man, I actually do wish I let Kang Clef. But I don't think Clefairy is a really good matchup. He has a lot of spread moves. So I think I'm actually gonna... I think my best play is to switch out Cresselia into Kangaskhan to take the knockoff. And I think I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt onto the Hitmontop just for damage. Just for damage. The knockoff won't do much to Kangaskhan, so I'm not really worried about it. And if he knocks on my Thundurus, I just, I take a bunch of damage, but it's not the end of the world. Fake Out into the Thundurus. Critical hit even, so, I mean, that doesn't really matter. Knockoff into the Cresselia slot, which does a lot of damage because it is Life Orb. Okay. I kind of just want to Power Punch the Bisharp and Sky Drop the Hitmontop. Let's see, he could protect Bisharp and go for the close combat. I can avoid that. He might also not protect Bisharp, which is kind of the play I'm expecting. So I'm going to Power Punch the Bisharp. He could switch in Garchomp anytime, that's the scary part. I'm going to Sky Drop the Hitmontop. He's staying in with both, which is phenomenal. Let's see. Kangaskhan gonna Mega Evolve, do what it does best. Let's see what the Bisharp does. He's not gonna protect, that's perfect. We're gonna Sky Drop the Hitmontop. Get out of here, Hitmontop. We're gonna Power Punch this Bisharp. And Bisharp was the one thing that was stopping my Cresselia from sweeping, so now I can bring out Cresselia and dominate. Unless that's a Charizard X. But from this team composition, I would really doubt if it was Charizard X with Garchomp. But it could be, actually, because Bisharp does kind of indicate Charizard X. You know what? Let's go into the details when it comes out. Charizard is coming out. Which is fine, because I actually don't think it will outspeed my Hitmontop. Would it outspeed my Kang? I guess if it was... Hitmontop's really not a threat. But at the same time, it's going to close combat me. Charizard's probably going to protect you, and he's going to go for the... he can't protect with Hitmontop. He might protect with Charizard. Looks like he's not. He's going on the offensive. I'm really wondering... how fast is Charizard. If it's timid, that's actually not a big deal. because I can send out my Landorus and go for the Stone Edge. Looks like he's modest as we get the Sky Drop off onto the Hitmontop. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so he's not max speed. That's perfect. We get rid of the Hitmontop. Big damage. Knock out the Hitmontop. He can no longer switch. Let's see. Where are you going with Charizard? Heat Wave coming out. That should knock out both my Pokemon, but I'm actually fine with taking the double loss. Oh! Sweet, Landorus hangs on. Great, we can bring out our own Landorus. I'm guessing Garchomp's in the back. Or Mungus. It's actually Thundurus. Perfect! Perfect! We can Intimidate off onto this Thundurus. Awesome! I'm gonna Rock Slide here. He's definitely gonna protect Charizard. If you don't, I will be shocked. But I'm gonna Swagger. Yeah, I'm gonna Swagger the Thundurus. He's probably gonna try to HP Ice. His Charizard's gonna protect. He has to go through not Para, since I'm not paralyzing the Thundurus. I'm going for the Swagger, so he has to go through Flinch Fusion. Flinch Fusion, the James Speed 1 original here. Where you have to fight your Swagger, you have to fight your Rock Slide. If it connects. Which it does. Perfect. Which does only half activating the Citrus Berry. I don't think a Hidden Power Ice will knock out the Landorus, but still, I mean, it's better to be safe than sorry. He actually flinches, which I don't think really matters because my Landorus actually can live a Hidden Power from Thundurus. Unless it was like modest for some reason. Modest max special attack, but not that many Thunduruses run like that, and that's definitely running bulk because it took that Rock Slide decently well. So I'm going to Thunderbolt the Thundurus and Rock Slide again. He's going to go for the double protect, fails, Rock Slide, does connect with both Pokemon, but my Thundurus was probably faster than this opposing Thundurus. Oh wow, he actually lives the Rock Slide. I'm not running max attack Landorus, so that's a really bulky Charizard. But we do knock out the opposing Thundurus, so now we can just Rock Slide Thunderbolt for the game. I really don't think that flinch mattered onto his Thundurus. It was just extra because I think Hidden Power would have we would have lived with like a bit in the red. So that's fine. We're gonna beat Edu from Portugal, EMBC, I believe, on Nugget Bridge. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We were able to basically win 3 games with the Nationals team, and that shows why I brought it to Nationals. Did so well in Nationals. Day 2, the luck stank. The luck stank. I did choke 1 set. Maybe 2 actually. I choked 1 game in game 3, and I choked 1 set away. But other than that, the luck was unreal. But you know what? Enough complaint about Nationals. It's time to win Worlds, guys. We are going to... well, first let's focus on the New York/New Jersey Invitationals, which I do have an invite to, where we're bringing top 32 of New York/New Jersey's best players with like 3 bonus characters who are from out of the region but could make it for the event, so that's cool. It should be streaming on twitch.tv/Cybertron if you guys are currently watching this Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, and it's single elimination bracket, which kind of sucks, but I'll be doing my best in that tournament. I'll be doing my best for Worlds. We're bringing a new team tomorrow, and hopefully this video didn't have any lag, because I can't really check right now. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time.